Hello, beautiful learners. Hopefully, you're doing great, and I'm also good by the grace of Almighty. So, it's our day 3, and it's our practice test 3. Now, we are going to practice another listening practice test. So, before going to start our class, just give me a few seconds to check out the sound quality, whether it's good or not good, then I will start it. Okay, I think the sound is good enough, so let's move on to start our class. Okay, this is our test. Now we are going to practice it together with answer and proper explanation. So let's start it. So here we have first rule to follow. So it's saying that no more than 3 words and or a number for each answer. Okay, so we have to follow this. Okay, let's move on. So here we have our first question, departure time. Okay, departure time. So let's highlight it. Ooh. Okay, just start recording.
Instructions. You are going to hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played and split. You
Wonderful travel agency. How can I
the trip written or question
agency? How can I
about your short trip. What's the name of the trip?
Magic One Day?
Right. Could you introduce me to the tour?
Of course.
Trip. Shall begin. Day has been written in the space.
Okay, so now we are going to practice with question number 1. So in question number 1, there is a keyword for us, departure time and blah blah on Saturday. Okay, so on Saturday maybe there is and they will talk about a time, so let's listen it.
Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good morning. Wonderful travel agency. How can I help you?
Good morning. I'd like to know about the information about your short trip. What's the name of the trip?
Magic One Day?
Right. Could you introduce me to the tour?
Of course. And we will give you a 5% discount if you book the latest trip.
Fine. When is the next one going?
We have a trip every Saturday, which usually departs at 8 o'clock in the morning.
And
I hope you got the answer. She said that 8 o'clock in the morning. So that means it would be, the answer would be 8 or 8 a.m. So 8 o'clock in the morning means 8 a.m. Okay, so you can also write it write that 8 o'clock in the morning. Maybe that will not be the answer accurately, because there is an instruction for you, no more than 3 words or number. Okay, so it would be better if you write it 8 a.m. that also means that it's in the morning. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, next we have question number 2, transportation. Let's highlight it. Transportation blah blah or minibus. Okay, let's listen it.
When will we come back?
About 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Fine. How about the type of transportation?
We like to keep our tours small, so we offer a coach or a minibus.
So he said, I hope you got the answer. He said coach or minibus. Okay, so here is a minibus, here is a minibus, and there is no coach, so we can write the answer as coach. Okay, so let's write it COLCH, coach or minibus. I hope you got the answer easily. Okay, let's move on. Cost. Here is the question number 3 and question number 4. So cost blah blah per person including blah blah. Let's listen it.
That's great. So how many tourists are there in one group?
Usually we take about 15 to 20 tourists, but you know it is peak time now, so the number is up to 25 tourists.
Well, that sounds good. So, how much is the tour price?
As I said, I will give you a 5% discount, so the cost is £18 for each person.
Great.
So you were saying that the cost is 18 pound for each person. So the answer would be 18 pound. Okay, 18 pound, POUND, is 18 pounds. Okay, let's listen for the question number 4.
Great. Does it include lunch?
No, but the guide fee has been included.
Okay, see, he was asking that does it include with lunch, but she said no, it's included guide fee. Okay, so the answer would be guide, GUIDE, guide fee. Okay, so if you don't worry, if you don't get the answer, you can pause this video and re-listen or re-watch this video again. I hope you got the answer. Okay, so let's move on for question number 5. Peak season, let's say it. Tourists need to blah blah, blah blah 2 days ahead. Okay,
Do I need to book a seat?
Yes, at peak season, in order to ensure your position, seat reservation is needed. So the tourist has to reserve a seat at least 2 days before.
okay, so he was saying that tourist has to reserve a seat at least before 2 days, maybe like that. Okay, so the answer would be reserve a seat. Reserve a seat. Okay, reserve a seat. If you don't understand the answer, or if you don't get the answer, don't worry, you can rewatch this video, or just you need to pause this video right now and play it back to listen or again it. Okay, so here's a payment blah blah. Let's listen it.
Leaving.
Look at questions 6 to 10. Questions 6 to 10. Okay, and how about the deposit?
You don't need to pay any fees in advance.
Fine. How about payment? Cash or credit card?
Because we collect money just before departing, the only payment we accept is cash.
Okay, they only accept payment on cash. So what do you think the answer would be? the answer would be cash. Okay, again I'm going to say that if you don't get the answer, you don't worry, you can rewatch this video, because this video will be keep in my YouTube channel. Just you need to rewatch this video, okay? Or you can also pause this video right now and rewatch this video, okay? Let's move on. In question number 7, reserve reference number of 2. Reference number, okay? Reference number for 2 of 2. Let's listen it.
Fine, I see.
That's okay. And let me confirm you with your customer reference number.
Fine.
That is FC864.
Right, I'll write it down.
How about other things do you want to know?
I hope you got the answer. She was saying that FC864, okay, is the answer. Let's move on to question number 8 to 10. Okay, so here's another instruction. Choose 3 letter A to Z. Okay, which 3 attraction can tourists visit at present in Edinburgh? Okay, which 3 attraction can tourists visit present? Visit Edinburgh. Okay, let's listen.
Yes. I'd like to know what attractions we will visit during the tour.
Well, let me check the time schedule. We will start at 8 o'clock and will arrive at Edinburgh about 10 o'clock. The first resort we will visit is Old Castles, the most famous Scottish castles. It is the home of the Scottish crown jewels, the oldest royal regalia in Britain.
Well, may I take photos?
Of course.
I heard that the City Hall is a good place. Will we go there?
The next tour does not include that place.
Okay.
And then we will go on to St. Giles's Cathedral, with 1,000 years of history. It is renowned for its stained glass, regal organ and beautiful Thistle Chapel.
Great. Is it near to the zoo?
Yes, after lunch you will visit Royal Palace. It is a good place to know about royal family's life, but it has a rule with no photo.
Right.
But you can pick some souvenirs in the local handicraft shops close to the palace.
Great.
And about 4 o'clock we will get to the Seabird Centre.
Do you mean the aquarium?
No, they are different places.
Okay. Does it have an animal performance?
Sure, you can appreciate the play of dolphin and sea lion.
It sounds good.
So I hope you got the answer. So it was tricky to capture the answer for in part 1. So that's why I'm going to explain this 3 question again. So just listen to me, then I will replay this conversation again. Okay, so in question number 8 to 9, you can select them randomly, but you have to select the correct letter or correct option. Okay, whatever you say, but you have to select the correct option. So why I did choose B, E and F, because I I was able to listen it properly. That's why I select them. So I think these are the correct answers. So let's explain it why I choose them. Okay, so in question number why I choose B, because Claire was saying that and the first resort we will visit is old castles. That's why I choose is. Then why I choose E, because Clark also said that yes, after lunch we will visit Royal Palace. That's why I choose it. Okay, and for if Claire also said that, um, and about 4 o'clock we will get to the Seabird Center. Okay, so let's listen it together once more time to so that you can understand it properly. Okay, let's listen it.
Royal is a name of the Scot. The most famous Scottish resort. We will arrive at Edinburgh about 10 o'clock. The first and will arrive at Edinburgh about 10 o'clock. The first resort we will visit is Old Castles, the most famous Scottish castle. We will visit arrive at Edinburgh about 10 o'clock. The first resort.
So listen it carefully. He was saying that the first will visit Old Center. So listen it carefully right now. She will talk about the option number B. Let's listen it.
We will visit at Edinburgh. We will start at 8 o'clock and will arrive at Edinburgh about 10 o'clock. The first resort we will visit is Old Castles, the most famous.
I hope you got the answer. Okay, let's move on.
Scottish castles. It is the home of the Scottish crown jewels, the oldest royal regalia in Britain.
Well, may I take photos?
Of course.
I heard that the City Hall is a good place. Will we go there?
The next tour does not include that place.
Okay.
And then we will go on to St. Giles's Cathedral, with 1,000 years of history. It is renowned for its stained glass, regal organ and beautiful thistle chapel.
Great. Is it near to the zoo?
Yes.
So don't be confused with zoo. They also talking about zoo. So he was asking that is it near by zoo? So that's mean it's not the attraction place that tourists can visit. Okay, so he just asked it, is it nearby zoo, and she said yes. So that means it's not the answer. Okay, don't be confused. Okay, let's continue.
After lunch you will visit Royal Palace. It is a good place to know.
So I hope you got the answer. She was saying that after lunch you will visit Royal Palace. Okay, let's move on.
About royal family's life, but it has a rule with no photo.
Right.
But you can pick some souvenirs in the local handicraft shops close to the palace.
Great.
And about 4 o'clock we will get to the Seabird Centre.
Do you mean?
Okay, I hope you got the answer. She was saying that around and about 4 o'clock we'll get to the Seabird Center. Okay, so that's all about our part 1. So let's move on to part 2.
Now listen.
Here's the another instruction for us. No more than 3 words and or a number for each answer. Okay, no more than 3 words. So we are allowed to write 3 words for each answer. Okay, let's move on. For question number 11, okay, here is a table. Is a table. The heading of this column is patient's name, Mary Lixon. Mary Nixon. Mary Nixon. Okay, let's start. Faculty and let's start it.
Carefully and answer questions 11 to 15.
Good afternoon, Doctor. May I come in?
Yes, come in.
I'm a freshman in the university and I don't feel very good.
Okay, sit down, please. I need to record some basic details about you first.
Fine.
What's your full name?
Mary Nixon.
Is your surname spelt N-I-X-O-N?
That's right.
Well, Mary, what's your major?
I'm studying art.
So he was asking what is your major. So she replied that he's studying arts. So the answer would be arts. Okay, the answer would be art. Okay, so you can also write it like art. It's okay. Registered. No. Let's listen it.
A good choice. Tell me your registered number.
Registered number? Sorry, I'm not sure. Maybe...
Did you bring your union card or library card?
Yes, I brought it.
Okay, well, tell me the number on your card.
It is MN0918.
And your birthday?
I was born on November...
So I hope you got the answer. She was saying that MN0981. Okay, and then we have question number 13, nationality. Let's listen it.
November 20th, 1987.
Where are you from?
I come from New York.
So he asked her where you come from. She said I'm from New York. So don't write it as New York, because New York is not a country, rather it's a city. So what do you think the answer would be? The answer would be America. Why America? Because New York is a city of a city of America. So the answer would be American, because his nationality is American. Okay, American. Okay, American. I hope I write it properly. American, AMERICAN, American. Okay, yes, I got it right. Address. Oh no. Address.
Oh, we are from the same city.
Really?
Yes. Where do you live? Campus accommodation?
Actually, I will move out from campus flat tomorrow. I rent a house in Northwest with 3 friends.
Fine. Tell me your present address.
It is 17th King Street.
Okay, and your contact number?
36782.
Okay, see, she said that his present address is 17th King Street. So 17th King Street would be the answer. Street. Okay. So yeah, you may think that there is a forward. No, it's not forward. This is a word, and this is another word, and this is another. So that means here is only 3 words, and we are allowed to write 3 words as it is mentioned in instruction. No more than 3 words. So we are allowed to write 3 words. So that's why we write it. Well, we are in limit, I think. Okay, we are not out of our limit. Okay, case history. Let's listen it.
test-3.
Right, now let's get some of your medical background.
Okay.
Have you ever had any serious illnesses or accidents?
I got gastritis when I was in middle school.
Did you have an operation?
No, I just took medicine and had some injections.
Anything else?
No, nothing.
Now,
I hope we missed the answer, so let's listen it one more time.
let's get some of
82
contact number.
3678259.
Right, now let's get some of your medical background.
Okay.
Have you ever had any serious illnesses or accidents?
I got gastritis when I was in mid.
Okay, he was asking that have you ever had any serious illnesses or accidents. She replied that I got gastritis. Okay, let's listen it one more time.
Serious some of your medical background.
Okay.
Have you ever had any serious illnesses or accidents?
I got gastritis when I was in middle school.
Okay, I hope you got the answer, because he was saying that I got gastritis when I was in middle school. So the answer would be gastritis. T-R-I-T Yes, gastriced. Okay, let's move on. Question number 16 to 18. Choose the correct letter A, B, or C. Okay. Here is multiple question. Which of these describes Mary's problem? Describes Mary's problem. Let's listen it.
Did you have an operation?
No, I just took medicine and had some injections.
Anything else?
No, nothing.
Now, look at question 6. So, Mary, what's your trouble?
Well, recently I've been having some trouble with my head and eyes and nose.
Oh no.
I think I've got a terrible flu.
Maybe or maybe not. Describe your problem specifically.
Okay. Since last week I've been sneezing, and sometimes I can't stop, and even later I begin to feel dizzy.
Do you get a fever?
No.
So she was saying that since last week I have been sneezing and sometimes I cannot stop, and even later I began to feel dizzy. Okay, so the answer would be sneeze. Okay, if you don't get the answer, you can pause this video and replay or rewatch this video again. Okay, let's move on. How long Mary symptoms last? How long Mary's symptoms last?
Did you attend any unusual activities during the last week?
Let me think. No, nothing special. Yeah, I had camping last Monday.
To where?
Eastern Mountain. You know there are lots of beautiful flowers. We took many photos there.
So your illness has lasted for 1 week?
Yes, but sometimes I'm fine. I don't know why.
So doctor was asking that, so your illness has lasted for 1 week, and Mary replied that yes, but sometimes I'm fine. I don't know why. So the answer would be 1 week. Okay, let's move on. What's wrong? What's wrong with Mary, according to the doctor? According to doctor, what's wrong? Okay, let's listen it.
Do you have any allergies?
I remember I got allergic to mango when I was a child, but now I'm fine.
How about flowers? I mean, pollen.
You mean I'm allergic to pollen?
Yes.
What should I do?
I suggest you take some medicine first and drink more water.
Okay.
And then, if you...
Okay, the answer would be allergy. She got allergy. Because if you don't listen or don't catch the answer, and just listen it again one more time.
So your illness has lasted for 1 week?
Yes, but sometimes I'm fine. I don't know why.
Do you have any allergies?
I remember I got allergic to mango when I was a child.
So doctor was asking that do you have any allergy, and she replied that I remember I got allergic to mango when I was a child, but now I'm fine. So that's mean she got allergy. Okay, so that's why the answer would be B. Okay, let's move on for question number 19 and 20. So choose a two letter A to E. Okay, which two thing does the doctor suggest? Two thing doctor suggest. Okay, let's listen it.
But now I'm fine.
How about flowers? I mean, pollen.
You mean I'm allergic to pollen?
Yes.
What should I do?
I suggest you take some medicine first and drink more water.
Okay.
And then, if your symptoms are getting worse, I suggest you go to a hospital to check.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So I hope you got the answer. First, the doctor said, I suggest you to take some medicine first and drink water. So there is nothing about water. So that's why we didn't select. We have no option to select water. But later he said, the doctor said, and then if your symptom is getting worse, that means day by day it's going to more bad, so I suggest you go to hospital to check. So that's why I choose this option. Okay, so the answer would be B and E. Okay, let's move on. So we completed here we completed here part 2. Now it's time to continue with part 3. So let's move on. Choose the correct letter A, B or C. Okay, the orientation meaning blah blah. The orientation meaning blah blah. Let's listen it.
Now listen.
May I looking for the office of
Yes, come in please.
I'm a new student and I'm looking for the office of engineering faculty. Is this the right place?
Yes, this is the Faculty of Engineering. How can I help you?
I know there was an orientation meeting last Friday, but I didn't attend that meeting. So I'm wondering if someone could give me some information about, the campus life or course requirements or something like that.
Yes. Sit down, please. Where shall we begin?
Firstly, How many lectures do I have?
Please.
Is this new student?
Please.
I'm a new student and I'm looking for the Office of Engineering faculty. Is this the right place?
Yes, this is the Faculty of Engineering. How can I help you?
I know there was an orientation meeting last Friday, but I didn't attend that meeting. So I'm wondering if someone could give me some information about, the campus life or course requirements or something like that.
So why I choose option C? Because she was saying that I know there was an orientation meeting last Friday. So last Friday means last week. So here's in option A. It is saying that took place last term. No, it's not about. It's not. What should I say? It's not relevant to last Friday. And it also in question in option number B, it's saying that will taken place next month. So it's not also relevant to last Friday, but this one is relevant to last Friday. So took place last week. It's quite similar to last Friday. So that's why the answer would be option C. Okay, let's move on. How many lectures will a subject have in a week? How many lectures? Okay. How many lectures will a student have in a week? Oh no. So this is the keyword for this question. Let's listen it.
Yes. Sit down, please. Where should we begin?
Firstly, how many lectures do I have to attend every week?
There are not too many lectures of postgraduate courses. Let me check. Oh, you have lectures on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoon, from 2 p.m. to...
So he was saying that you have lectures on Monday, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Friday afternoon from 2 p.m. Okay, so that's why he mentioned 3 days. That means the class will be 3 times in a week. Okay, so that's why the answer would be option C. Let's move on. The number of students in a group is the number of students in a group is
4 p.m.
How often do I have to attend seminars in a week?
Well, there is only one group seminar on Thursday morning at 9 o'clock.
You mean a group?
Yes.
How many people are there in one group?
About 3 to 5.
Fine.
You will discuss about...
So she was asking how many people would be in a group, and he replied there about 3 to 5%. So that's why the answer would be option B. Okay, let's move on. Who will give the group a mark according to its representative's presentation? Who will? Okay. Who give the group mark according to... Okay, let's listen it.
20 minutes, and then the representative of your group will give a short presentation.
A presentation?
Right.
Do all members in the group have a chance to give a presentation?
Maybe. And then your subject advisor will give you a mark.
A mark? Does that mean...
Okay, I hope you got the answer, because it was really easy to understand, because he was saying that your subject advisor will give you a mark. Okay, so that's why the answer would be option A. Let's move on to the question number 25. According to the lecture, postgraduate course is postgraduate.
I mean the representatives mark is all members mark.
That's right.
How about attendance?
The postgraduate attendance is only 70%, but a few students will be absent in our faculty.
Fine. Should I choose the time? Because I have a part-time job.
I am afraid not. You know, the postgraduate course is very intensive. We do not suggest that our students...
I hope you got the answer. He said postgraduate course is intensive. Okay, so that's why the answer would be option B. Okay, he was saying that postgraduate course is very intensive. So that's why the answer would be option B. If you, I'm trying to say that if you don't understand or if you don't get the answer, you can pause this video right now and you can rewatch this video again. After watching more and more times, I hope you will be able to catch the answer. Okay, so just you need to pause this video right now and rewatch or replay the video or replay re-listen that question which you didn't understand or which answer is not clear to you yet. Okay, so let's move on.
do any...
So here the another instruction for us: no more than 3 words for each answer. Okay, okay, the time is up. We can submit it and okay, can start it again. So now we are going to solve question number 26. No more than 3 words for each answer. Okay, so okay, I just need to re-click every option. If okay, let's start from question number 26. Okay, what's the main assessment of course? Okay, the main assessment of course, this is the keyword. Let's listen it.
And you will have to read the instructions and questions. And you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. It's to transfer your answers. Anything else I can help you with?
I'd like to know some information about the course assessment.
Well, beside presentation, you will have an exam at the end of the term.
An exam? What type
Okay, let's listen it more.
of exam?
It's an open book exam.
Fine.
But your main assessment is the assignment.
You mean homework?
Yes, you will have to write an assignment with 6 to 7.
So you were saying that a lot of things, assessment or exam or open book exam. So what do you think the answer would be? Exactly, the answer would be assessment, because he was saying the lecturer was saying that, but your main assessment is assignment, so the answer would be assignment. Okay, and WSIGN, sign MENT. So let's listen it one more time.
Work. Exam.
Exam at the end.
Assessment. I'd like to know some information about the course assessment.
Well, beside presentation, you will have an exam at the end of the term.
An exam? What type of exam?
It's an open book exam.
Fine.
But your main assessment is the assignment.
You mean homework?
Yes, you will have to write an assignment with 6 to 7.
So you can also write here homework, okay? Because he was saying that the main assessment is assignment, and she was saying that you mean homework, so that's why the answer would be homework also. Okay, so you can write it assignment, or you can write it homework. Let's move on. Who can choose the topic of essay? Who can choose the essay? Let's listen it.
1,000 words every month.
6,000 to 7,000.
Yes.
Oh, how about the topic?
Your tutor will give you some advice on the topic based on some course handouts or reference books, but you have to narrow the topic by yourself.
So can I choose the topic of essay by myself?
Yes, of course.
Great.
So she was asking that, so can I choose the topic of essay by myself? So what do you think the answer? And the lecturer was saying that yes, of course. So that's mean the answer would be, what do you think the answer would be? The answer would be student. Okay, student, students. Student can choose your essay topic. Okay, don't write myself, because it's not answer. Myself means she was asking that whether they can choose this topic. So she was asking it on behalf of all students. So that's why the answer would be students. Okay, let's move on. Okay, where can students find their tutor's name? Where student find their teacher's name?
Great.
You must pay attention to your essay deadline. All assignment work must be handed in before the deadline your tutor gives you.
When should I visit my tutor?
You should check your tutor's name and contact number on our website.
So he was saying that you can check your tutor number, tutor's name on contact, tutor names and contact number on our website. So what do you think the answer would be? The answer would be on website. Okay, on website. Web one website, or you can also write it like website. Okay, websites. Okay, let's move on. What should student use when they borrow material from library? What should student student use what should student use when they borrow materials from library? Okay, let's listen it.
Fine.
Do you have a library card?
No, I have not applied for one.
I think you should register for a library card first, because you need it when you borrow reference books from the library.
So what do you think the answer would be? The answer would be library card. Library card. Okay, I hope you got the answer, because it's really easy to understand. If you don't understand or if you don't get the answer, you can rewatch this video again. Okay, let's move on. Where can student get the username and password? Where can student get the username and password? Okay, where username and password?
Okay, I will apply for one tomorrow morning.
Anything else?
The last thing is, how can I get my username and password for our university's website?
First, you should go to the computer center to register, and then they will give you a username and password.
That's fine. Thanks for your introduction.
I hope you got the answer, because the answer she was asking that where can how can I get my username and password for our university website? And and he was saying that first you should go to the computer center to register, and then they will give you a username and password. So what do you think the answer would be? The answer would be computer center. Okay, you can also write it the computer center. So computer computer center. Okay, computer center. Okay, that's all about our part 3. Now let's start it with part 4. Okay, so here's another instruction for us. Choose the correct letter A, B or C. Okay, which of the following animals is the slowest? Oh no, animals slowest. Let's listen it.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40. Welcome to Magic Animal Time. Today I'd like to give you an introduction to a magic animal called sloth. Native to Central and South American rainforests, the sloth is the slowest animal on Earth. It needs 12 seconds to...
I hope you got the answer, because he was saying that the sloth is the slowest animal in the earth. So that's why the answer would be option B. Okay, let's move on. What does LA reward sloth? What does alligator reward sloth? Okay, let's listen it.
To finish one step, even slower than a tortoise. Algae grows on its brown furry back because of its inactive lifestyle. Even the fur of sloths is adapted to their lifestyle. Sloths usually hang upside down, so their stiff, wiry fur grows differently from the coats of most mammals. Horses' hair, for example, grows from the back, so rainwater will run off. Below this tough top layer, A dense downy layer of hair provides additional protection from pesky insects. The greenish cast of the sloth's shaggy fur is caused by symbiotic algae that grow in grooves running along the length of each of the mammal's outer hairs. The sloth hosts the algae, and the algae return the favor by providing nutrition that the sloth either ingests by licking its fur or absorbs through the skin.
Did you get the answer? If you don't, let's listen it one more time. The answer would be, okay, and the answer would be nutrition, because he was saying that the algae return the favor by providing nutrition. Okay, let's listen it one more time for you so that you can understand it.
The sloth eats algae, and the algae of each of the mammal's outer hairs. The sloth hosts the algae, and the algae return the favor by providing nutrition that the sloth either ingests by licking its fur or absorbs through the skin. The gray...
Okay, I hope you got the answer. Then let's move on. Question number 33. No more than, here's another instruction for us, no more than 2 words. Yeah, be careful, no more than 2 words and a number, okay, for each answer. So here's another headline, the lives of sloth. Okay, sloth has a short, not big round eye, a blah blah. A is a keyword, I also big round keyword, and also keyword, a blah blah tail. Okay,
Its green color makes the sloth look just like a clump of dry leaves hanging from a branch. The perfect jungle camouflage. And the longer a sloth lives, the greener it gets. Sloths have a short and flat head, a snout that is short in length, big round eyes, long tree-climbing legs, a stubby tail, and...
Did you got the answer? A stubby tail, a stubby. So the answer would be stubby. Stubby. I hope I write the exact word, stubby. Okay, stubby. Stubby means not too long, not too thick, or it's unique. Okay, that's why stubby tail. So in question number 34, the favorite activity of sloth is to. So we need, I think the keyword for this question is favorite activity of sloth is to blah blah on trees. Okay, let's listen it.
and small ears. And though some have called them ugly, they have the cutest face that looks like they're always smiling, just like a koala in Australia. Sloths spend most of the day sleeping, curling up in a tree notch or hanging from a branch with all 4 legs closed together, their heads tucked between their front legs.
Did you got the answer? It was amazing to hear. Okay, let's listen it.
All 4 curl, just like a koala in Australia. Sloths spend most of the day sleeping.
He said sloth spends most of the day in sleeping. So what do you think the answer would be? The answer would be to sleep. Okay, yeah, to sleep. To sleep, because it spends most of the time in sleeping. So the answer would be sleep. To sleep. Okay, on tree. Okay, let's move on. Sloth is also classified as blah blah, just like horse and cattle. Let's listen it.
Curling up in a tree notch or hanging from a branch with all four legs close together, their heads tucked between their front legs. People seldom see them much move, even when they are awake. Only at feeding time, sloths move more slowly and carefully, hand over and through the treetops, searching for leaves, fruits, and twigs. They even mate and give birth while suspended from their long curved claws. Sometimes a sloth will die, hanging upside down from a tree limb, and remain so after death, until they decompose or are forcibly removed. Why do sloths have such an unusual lifestyle? It's the strategy they evolved to survive as tree-dwelling plant eaters in a place with many predators. Most domestic herbivores, such as cattle, horse, and sheep, graze all day long. Because they feed on nutrient-poor vegetation, they must eat almost constantly. Sloths are also classified as herbivores, and they're...
I hope you got the answer. He was saying that sloths are also classified as herbivores. Let's listen it one more time. Okay.
Most constantly. Sloths are also classified as herbivores, and their diets are all...
I hope you got the answer. He was saying sloths are also classified herbivores. Okay, herbivores. Herbibo. Herbibo. Herbivores. I hope I write it correctly. Herbivores. Okay, let's move on to the question number 36. Average body temperature of sloths. Okay, is average body of temperature. Sloth average body. Sloth temperature is, maybe they will talk about a number, I think. So let's listen it.
Also low in nutrition. But rather than munching all day long, they have become masters at conserving energy. As far more than a sloth's vegetarian diet can provide. Sloths are relatively inactive and usually spend most of their day hanging upside down. So they can get by with half as much muscle mass as similar-sized mammals. Hence, they don't need to eat too much. In addition, because of heavy muscle, sloths weigh far less than other mammals. This makes it possible for them to climb on thin branches high in the tropical forest canopy, where they can more easily find food and avoid heftier predators. Keeping a high body temperature also takes energy. Sloths fulfill this need by maintaining a lower average body temperature than other mammals. Dogs, cats, horses, sheep, and cows all have average body temperatures between about 100 and 103 Fahrenheit, but a sloth's average body temperature is about 93 degrees Fahrenheit.
Don't be confused about, he was also saying that between, he was saying that horse, sheep and cows also all have average body temperature between about 100 and 103 Fahrenheit. So it's all about horse, sheep and cows. But then he said a sloth's average body temperature is about 93 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so that's why the answer would be 93. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's move on to the question number 37. blah blah will affect sloth's body temperature. So maybe they will talk about effect that will affect a sloth's body temperature. So let's listen it.
Equally important, a sloth's body temperature fluctuates with the surrounding temperature. Like snakes and frogs, which are cold-blooded creatures, important and 103 Fahrenheit. But a sloth's average body temperature is about 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Equally important, a sloth's body temperature fluctuates with the surrounding temperature.
Okay, I hope you got the answer. The answer would be surrounding temperature, because he was saying that a sloth's body temperature fluctuates with the surrounding temperature. So the answer would be surrounding temperature. Okay, surrounding surrounding SURROUM, surrounding temperature. Okay, temperature. Okay, surrounding temperature. So let's move on to the question number 38. Sloths get everything on tree, even blah blah, which comes from juicy leaves and morning dew.
Like snakes and frogs, which are cold-blooded creatures, a sloth's body temperature is highest on warm, sunny days, and lowest at night and on rainy days. Sometimes, a sloth takes a sunbath in the morning, warmed up. Then, during the hottest times of day, it hides in the shade so it won't overheat. During a 24-hour period, a sloth's body temperature may vary as much as 10 degrees Fahrenheit. If the body temperature of a person, a cat, or a dog varies just 5 degrees Fahrenheit, it can be life-threatening. Because sloths have difficulty moving over land, they spend most of their time in the trees. They can get just about everything they need high above the forest floor, even water, which comes...
Even water. Okay, I hope you got the answer. Even water. Okay, so don't be panic with my answer, as I said water, so I'm explaining to you clearly. Okay, so he was saying that they can get just about everything they need high above the forest floor, even water. Okay, let's move on to the question number 39 and 40. Okay, no, here's another instruction for us. No more than 2 words and 2 words. Okay, be careful. No more than 2 words and or a number for each answer. Okay, so how long does sloth digest its food? How long sloths digest foods?
People usually digest their food in about a day, but sloths can take about a month to finish the process. As soon...
Did you got the answer? He said people usually digest their food in about a day, but sloths can take about a month. So the answer would be a month. MONTH, a month. Let's listen it one more time for you so that you can understand it better.
But sloths can take people usually digest their very slowly. People usually digest their food in about a day, but sloths can take about a month to finish the process.
So I hope you got the answer right now. So let's move on to the question number 40. This is the last one. Okay, what substance can help to resolve food in sloth's stomach. Okay, what substance help to resolve food sloth's stomach? Okay,
Soon as a sloth swallows a mouthful of pulverized plants, the bacteria in its stomach and intestines begin breaking down the food.
so I hope you got the answer. The answer would be bacteria. Okay, the answer would be bacteria. Yeah, don't be panic, don't need to be worried, because I'm explaining to you again. He was saying that as soon as sloth's mouthful of probabilized plates, the bacteria in its stomach and intestines began to breaking down the food. Okay, so that's why the answer would be bacteria, because bacteria helps it to digest its food in its stomach. Okay, so that's why the answer would be bacteria. So I hope you enjoyed this whole class and you understand everything quite clearly. And so let's check it how much we scored for this practice. Okay, oh, we got 9 out of 9, but our time is we take maybe 40 minutes and 30 almost. So we take almost 70 minutes to complete this practice test. Okay, but I hope you understand everything quite clear, and till next class we'll I hope you will be good, stay safe and keep happy with your family. See you in next class. So bye for now. Bye.